Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are out and about. We are currently in Boise, Idaho at Far West Landscape Garden Center because we are on a mission to find firelight hydrangeas to hopefully finish the front flower bed area. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through with us. I'm already seeing some hydrangeas. I don't know what variety they are, but it's looking promising. What are these? No, those are little limes. Okay, there's a whole bunch. And Aaron and the kids already made it in there. Oh, their front display looks pretty.
Tiny quick fire.
Oh, hopefully we
Not
can
yet.
find them. Not yet. I see some beautiful buddleia in here. Boy, I do love these. Lo and behold, Blue Chip Junior. Gosh, those are gorgeous. Pufferfish.
Striking out.
Shoot.
Why does Proven Winners have so many freaking hydrangeas?
None of which
None of
are
which
the
are
right
the fire.
variety here. This might not be the only spot they have them. I'm kind of guessing it is, but maybe not. They've got a really good selection. I remember that though, working down at the garden center, you could have 25 varieties of something and somebody would come in looking for the one variety that you didn't have. So I totally know what that's like, but boy, this is cute. Look at this little photo op area. I've always liked to come here and wander through. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And there's a covered area over there where they do lots of annuals and smaller perennials. Out here, it's usually the sun-loving shrubs and evergreens. It's really fun. Okay, Aaron's asking someone. Beautiful weeping Alaskan cedars. Hey, that looks kind of like one of the varieties we grew, doesn't it? Well, these are pretty. Look at that. That's an Erica called African Fanfare. That's pretty. Zone 8. Makes sense. All the peppers. These are just ornamental peppers. Look at how itty bitty, you guys. Aren't they cute?
Are these spicy?
I don't know if they'd be spicy or not. Maybe.
I don't know. Don't pick any. Okay.
15 by 8. It's a dwarf blue atlas. That's pretty.
Oh, look at
That's pretty, isn't it?
oh.
Yeah, those are beautiful colors. Cyclamen.
Can we get one of these?
Cyclamen and beautiful ferns.
Yeah.
Do you like that, babe?
Yeah. Should we buy it?
Well, we'll see.
How much money you got?
I don't know.
This is a pretty one, isn't it?
This is something. I don't know how to read that.
Check this out, you guys. All of these are perennials in here. There's some shade-loving stuff. I see Brunera and Heucheras and some Vinca, hellebores over there. And then there's some daylilies, Gaillardia. Lots of different beautiful things. Ooh, what's this? Germander. That's beautiful, isn't it? This is a type of Teucrium. I started some of this from seed. This is called Fruity Germander. Zone 7 through 10, 48 inches tall, 2 to 3 feet wide. That's beautiful, like an alternative to lavender, isn't it? Gorgeous. Zone 5 through 9. That says 5 through 9. This one does not. This is zone 7. That's when it's good to check the individual tags.
We need to do some water feed, not like this, not like the
Well, I like that too. Just the movement of it all.
what do they call these, like basalt rocks
I don't know.
or something like
Columns.
that? Yeah, I didn't, not necessarily that, but I do like it when water's coming out of
Yeah.
a rock of some kind.
I think it makes it interesting with the movement. It's kind of like grasses moving in the
we
wind.
should figure out how to add some of this, like out in the South Garden.
Yeah.
Or just a self-contained system.
Agreed.
No fish.
No fish. Oh, I like these. Ornamental cabbage. Look at how cute. Look how cute those are, Benjamin.
Yeah.
They're so
I
sweet.
like the purple and
Me
blue.
too. Well, no firelight hydrangeas, but tons of other beautiful things. That's beautiful, babe.
This is never going away.
Nope, it recycles. Okay, so we are gonna head to Jaker, which is a re-wholesaler. We've taken you there before where we usually get big B&B trees. And I checked their inventory online. I think they have 10 or 11. So we'll get part of the way there. We need between 15 and 20 to finish that flower bed. What are you looking at?
Well, that's a bigger version.
Well, that is huge. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah, here's a look at their entryway fountain. It is very pretty. I like that evergreen. It feels like a summer day outside. It's like close to 80 degrees, right?
I'll bet I know a guy that could help us with
stone.
a water feature.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
I'm sure you do. All right, we are here. This might look familiar to some of you. You can see the trees starting in right here. This is where they hill them all in, and this property goes back for what seems like forever, especially when you're walking it, when you're trying to remember which aisles have the trees that you want. Let's go check out these shrubs. Oh, that's a beauty. Isn't that a pretty evergreen right there?
Oh, that one?
Yes. So I did confirm that they have a few out here in the yard. So Aaron's still in the building. We're waiting on him, and then we're gonna run out and just check them out and see what they look like, and hopefully we leave here with some. It's nice in the shade today, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so funny how in the fall, 78, 80 degrees can feel really hot. I don't know if it's because it's so cool in the morning that it makes like the contrast is so much greater, I guess. Ooh, they've got some pretty buddleia. Okay, I see some hydrangeas way over here. Are those firelights, Aaron? It looks like it.
Firelight.
Nice.
Boy, this one looks okay. Not great. That one looks pretty poor.
Yeah, probably not that one, but there's supposed to be some others out here. So those are the 3-gallon ones. I think there's some 2-gallon ones. These are all Bobos, it looks like. Little limes. These are limelight. Boy, I don't know what these are, but the growth habit is really pretty. What are these? Oh, little quick fire. Look at the pretty foliage color on those. No luck?
I don't know. You know, we need so many.
You kind of want to get them all from the same lot.
Let's all get them from the same place.
Okay. Fair. Well, they look beautiful, don't they? These are limelights right here. Yeah, I think Aaron is right. We need so many that probably just ordering them at some point might be the best route to go. That says limelight.
I'll take it.
Done. Sold. Whatever these, oh, they're cotoneaster. Of course they are. Look at how beautiful. Cotoneasters are just awesome. Gorgeous. Aren't these pretty, Benjamin? Yeah.
Mini crab apples.
Mini crab apples. Yeah, they do. Are you purposely putting rocks in your shoe?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, let's follow Daddy. All right, guys, I think at this point, Aaron just called Franz Woody. We were gonna stop there because they're not far from Jaker, but they don't have any firelights at all. So I think what we're gonna do is just head home. And it worked out. We had to come over to Boise anyway. Aaron's brother is getting married next week, and so he had to pick up his suit, and I had to pick up a couple things for it as well. So we really got something accomplished, which was nice. But we're gonna head home, and we'll pick up with some planting when we get there.
Okay, next Tuesday, we'll get 20.
Oh, they're bringing in a new load.
Yeah, she said they're going to be beautiful. She said if they're coming from the same place, she said the last ones that they've got were really good. They've got 25 coming in, so they earmarked 20 for us.
Nice.
And she said they're going to be awesome. She goes, I'll call you in case they're not awesome or, just whatever.
Sure.
But she was the last load we got this last week was good. But they went through all of them. They just had the ones that we saw.
Sure, yeah.
Which is like in any load, there's going to be a couple.
Right, well, and all of those would have been fine. They just don't look like our other ones. You kind of want them to be similar.
Well, they've been picked through.
Yeah.
When you get 25, there's like 3 left.
Right. Well, that is an exciting update. So next week, we'll be able to finish that flower bed. And today, we can get some other things done, which will be nice. It's such a beautiful day. All right, guys, we made it back home. And I think that was a record for me, going to 2 stops, 2 places that have plants and not getting anything. Like, that has to be some kind of a record. But I am fairly determined to make it through as many things as we can back at the high tunnel before it does get really cold. We've got 2 varieties of red-leaved shrubs, which I'm excited for. Both of these shrubs are new out this year. We have planted them in other spots in our garden, but because they have red leaves, I feel like those need to be kind of throughout. So I think that these are gonna all end up out in the Dirtlands because I don't at least one of them I don't have out there yet. I did plant one of these out on this end of the Dirtlands, but this is the Kodiak Red 2.0 Durvella, so it's an improved on the older Kodiak Red variety. They grow about 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, so a really nice size. They have these gorgeous red leaves, and they bloom through the summertime, which is so fun. They're kind of these just little yellow blooms, but they bloom fairly profusely, so it's a noticeable thing. As opposed to the other one we have in here is the Stay Classy Sand Cherry, which is a variety that stays small, so 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. Both of these, they're easy to tuck in. The difference here is that the sand cherry will bloom in the spring while the Durvella will bloom through the summer. The Durvella have a little bit more of like the orangey red, and then the Stay Classy have a little bit more of that burgundy dark green kind of red look, plus hard water staining, which is what happens sometimes when we have things out at the high tunnel for too long. So the Durvella is a zone 3 through 8. The sand cherry is a zone 2 through 8. So both incredibly winter hardy, which is always exciting and nice because, you know, we're a zone 6, so they're gonna survive, at least survive our winters. Now, I don't know about the Durvellas, but I know the sand cherries bloom on old wood. So it's a really good idea if you are going to be planting one, to plant one that you can just let do its thing, that you don't have to worry about pruning it to keep smaller. Let's see, Kodiak Red blooms on new wood, so a little bit different. You can trim up your Durvellas if you need to, and they're still going to produce blooms on current year growth, while the sand cherries will produce their buds kind of like forsythia and lilacs on the previous year's growth. So if you should find yourself needing to trim the sand cherry, just do it immediately after they're done blooming, then you should be good to go. Okay, I didn't even take time to change my shoes. I'm wearing sandals. I think we can plant 8 shrubs in sandals, though. I'll just use my shovel. I used to garden barefoot. I couldn't do that now, but sandals I might be able to do. Oh, the burning bushes are starting to put on their fall color. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. I was kind of thinking of popping the sand cherries right in here. See how it looks. I kind of want to keep the 5 of them together. I think that would look very impactful. No. Maybe the Durvellas. All right, we're gonna go with the Durvellas in this spot rather than the sand cherries because I feel like the red is a higher contrast on this one. We've got a lot of that deep green color right in this particular spot. And I think this is a better one, better choice. All right, and I've got them spaced roughly 9 of my feet apart from one another. I wear 7.5, so give you an idea. Oh yeah, those look really good right there. And 3 to 4 feet tall and wide is perfect for this spot. Right behind it, we have a lilac, and it's some manner of purple, I think. I can't quite remember what this variety is. It's either a Centaura double blue or possibly like a President Lincoln. Either way, it'll be in the purple family. Unless it's white, we'll have to wait till next spring to double check, but I'm pretty sure that that one's purple and the one just down the way is white. Okay, let's go find a spot for these sand cherries. The temperature is supposed to drop quite a lot from today to tomorrow. So like today it's 78, 79, and tomorrow's supposed to be the high of 62. So we're supposed to get a little bit of wind tonight, probably, but I'm kind of looking forward to the cool. I think I'd like to put them around the base of this ponderosa pine, like kind of in a little swoop. We've got a crabapple here, there's a June snow dogwood there, but not a lot of other things, so it's kind of perfect. Blank slate. I hear thunder. I'm pretty sure it's moving this direction though, not coming back our way. I don't know. Sand cherries are in, a little bit hard to see. They don't contrast the soil quite as much as something that's bright green. But, you know, having a green crabapple, green pine, green arborvitae, green dogwood, it will be nice to have a darker color down below. And I can't wait to see what they look like next spring. They're just gonna be so stunning, I think, with their little light pink blooms. Oh, and it's so nice to have a variety that's smaller, because you know the older varieties of sand cherries just get so big, you have to have a much bigger area. And while, you know, I could put some larger shrubs out here, it's nice to have the flexibility of something smaller so you can tuck it in somewhere else if you wanted to, that was a little bit of a tighter space. Or like in this case, we're putting them toward the front of the border. And our plan out here at this time is just to do trees, evergreens, and shrubs for the most part. I mean, we might come through with some bulbs at some point and pop some daffodils out here. I think that would look really pretty and they would naturalize. We do have a few ornamental grasses, which I think that texture is needed, but they require once a year cutback. We're trying to stay away from tons of maintenance out here. So, you know, putting smaller shrubs toward the edge of the border out here is kind of what I'm going for rather than shorter perennials. So all in all, a successful day. We got our errands all taken care of in Boise. We have firelight hydrangeas on their way. We got a little bit of planting done. It's been a wonderful day. We took the kids out to lunch and we took them to a couple of their favorite stores and they picked out a toy and it was just a fun day. We don't do that very often, so we all really enjoyed it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you're having a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.